Hey guys, and welcome to another part number 2 in my FIFA 16 Feyenoord career mode on legendary difficulty. This is one with many to come after it. Right now I'm just changing up the team to get some second players in there who usually don't play. We got Achabar, of course, who scored the goal last game, and I want to get Tornstra in there. I wasn't sure exactly on the right side because you can really use the strength, the speed on the right side. There's something very dangerous in FIFA 16 because it's so hard to actually keep the ball. You want to make the most of your actions, and I think the outside players can really perform on those sides. But I just put in Tornstra because I think that he can do what needs to be necessary. And here we have the transfers, a little new thing I've added. Sevilla have signed 26-year-old goalkeeper Jasper Sillissen for 27 million euros. And that is something very big because they're actually the rival of our Feyenoord team. So the best keeper gone, that's a good thing. Right now I'm preparing for the match against Charleroi. I hope I said that right. If there's any French people out there, correct me if I'm wrong. And these guys are actually in the second Belgium league, so we should be taking them on easily. But as I said before, it's very hard to just do something like this. So we have to focus and really have to get into the game nice. And once we win here, we're actually sure of a qualification spot for the semi-finals of the European Shield or whatever it's called. And the Belgian team is actually the ones that start because they are the home team. So this is the first team that actually has like at home thing. Here we get a nice cross, but we just barely hit it, and the keeper is right on it, Francois, and Francois will not fail here. So they're dangerous just at this point. This is their first attack, and Van Beek just what? They get a penalty? Are you shitting me? Their first chance and they get a penalty. Van Beek didn't really even do anything. Let's look at the replay over here. He didn't even do anything. He walked into him. Well, anyway, fuck it. They got a penalty. Yeah, he doesn't like it either. But our keeper Miyazek, his first thing ever, he's gonna take it. What? He could have easily took that. He could have easily took that. Now I'm just regretting the fact that I'm giving him some playtime. I thought let's just be nice to the guy and give him a little playtime because he asked for it. We won the last game, so nice. But there's still enough time. We can still do something. Ah man, yeah, the fans are going crazy. Their home team winning for second game. I mean, they're gonna be sure for the qualification for the semi-final. And we still need to perform next game if we lose this one. But if we actually draw, we are in a good spot to, I think, go through. So second half, I'm changing Bilal for Jens Toornstra, and of course our hero Kramer for the talent Achabar. And I think Kramer can really deliver at this point. He doesn't look very happy about it, but hey, you just gotta deal with it. So we start in the second half. I think possession is like 60-40. I really need to work on possession because it's very hard in FIFA 16. Once you keep possession, you easily lose it if you want to create a chance. But yeah, in the 75th minute we get one chance, and this, as you can see, it's just not enough. We can get through that line. There's like 8 players behind the ball from Charleroi, and we just can't perform. It's 75 minutes, and I'm just trying to create some space here, getting in front, but they don't fall. The balls don't get there. 79th minute, you see, we're just getting there, but it's just not enough. And I think I might have just had to shoot there. I paused too much near 16th. Yeah, near the 16th line, but 60 meters is of course what I mean. It's very weird for me to keep talking in these commentaries in English because I usually just do quick messages or whatever. But this is 15 minutes long talking about the game in English, and usually it's very hard for me to do fluent, but I guess you guys understand. And there must be some guys there to be like, what the hell is he talking about? But that's really something Dutch. I mean, you see Louis van Gaal talking about it, the weird words. But yeah, we lost this one, 1-0 from the home team, and the fans already did do something on us, I guess. The morale is down, but we're still up there. You know, 3-0, we can still perform the next game. We just have to draw on the next game, and then we actually can win. So I've added a little HUD on the bottom, as you can see. It shows the last match and what player is in form. And even though we didn't score, Kout played a great match in the win we did. Albert Rusnak has accepted our contract offer, and we will see if he, well, he wants to go into talk. I mean, doesn't accept it yet, but I'm gonna cut a little bit under his wage because we don't have that much money, and I've set him as important player, not as crucial, because I want to make sure that he doesn't whine about him not getting much playtime. So here we start a match against Stade de Reims. This is actually a League 1 France team, so they're not really bad. I think they're at the bottom, but still, League 1, a very tough competition, very physical. I'm not just saying we can beat that easily, is what I'm trying to say. But yeah, I'm wondering what's gonna be. I think it's gonna be a very good matchup, but let's get straight into it. We need a draw or a win to grab $5 million. Well, if we win anything after this 2 matches, but you get the point. We want to go for that prize. Once we're here, we want to go out winning. We want to have that good morale when we start the first match against. I am actually not sure yet who we are playing first in the Eredivisie, but every game is a tough one, believe me. So we start up, and they are actually all on the ball, and they have a really nice combination right here, and I was pretty sure it was going to go in, but Juan or Han is right on point, and he's not a bad keeper. He's rated 74, but he's not the highest keeper in our team, but he is still a very good keeper. And they got the corner in on his head, but he misses it. He does not like to see that. But for the rest, there wasn't really much in this game actually. They had more possession, but they wouldn't really do anything with it. And that was actually already the first 45 minutes. So I've decided to change up some players, get some higher rates in there, as well as Bilal on the right flank, try and create some chances. And I just want to make sure that I keep my defense the same, because they were actually doing a really good job. Only in the first part there were some chances, but when they regained the focus, it was all good. So we started to get a little bit more attacking wise, but in the 60th minute I decided to change up another guy, Gustafsson for Vilena, our talent of course, Tony Vilena, and a new striker in there. Usually it brings something else to the team, a little bit more speed or a little bit more agility instead of the big long Kramer guy. So he wasn't very happy with the sub, but it's still just preparation, you gotta keep that in mind. And they also changed up 2 guys. They're not bad, they're not good either. I mean, they're not performing, I think, to their standards if you look at the chances they create. Although I think that a League 1 team is actually more stronger than technically good. So we're not doing ourselves short, but we're not performing to our standards either. But we need a draw, and we still are on the draw. And here they get a nice chance. He just kind of fucks up my defense, and then he goes through and one hand stops him. And he's really important again. It's the 2nd time, and we're in the 85th minute here, and they just dribble about. You can see that they really own the position really well. My defense on the left side just getting really irritated by that number 7 from them. And they have some really nice combination as well. You can really see that they're not a bad team, although I think that they could have won, but our defense was just good enough, and Wonderhan played a beautiful game. But that's already the end of the match, and we are through, because we needed a draw. It was terrible, but we needed a draw, and we're through. So that's really nice. And immediately we get some more news on the transfers. So we got Ruben Loftus-Cheek, whose inquiry is done, and I'm just gonna do a quick training before I check the other messages. This training, I'm not really sure if I want to do like every individual player again and again. Maybe I do with the talents, but I don't feel like doing training all the time. But we get a loan offer from Miyazaki. They probably didn't see him stop the penalty. Well, he didn't stop the penalty. He should have. But we need to go up against FC Basel, and we get straight into it. FC Basel is actually really hard, really good team. They are just standard Champions League team. And they are really one of the outsiders as for the level in this European Shield. So this is going to be a really heavy game. Nice atmosphere. Goddamn rain. But that does not matter. The guys are ready. I am ready. And I'm pretty sure we can show them what we're made of here. It's either up or under. We lose this, we're out. We win this, I think we can actually win the final as well, because this is the most heavy team in this European Shield. So FC Basel starts up with a 4-2-3-1, very strong against ours, because they have 2 of those defensive midfielders. It's going to be hard to come through. But if I keep just stretching out the wings, we can actually make it happen. Get some crosses in there. I had some difficulties with the crosses earlier, but I chose to go with Tornstra this time because he gives us a little bit more defensive capabilities on the right side if he can push back, and as well as Vilena instead of El Amadi because he's just a little bit more attacking, therefore balancing out that thing over there. So they immediately get on the attack, and they've done this the whole match. Just give out those curly balls in front of the goal. But Vermeer is on point, but it wasn't necessary here. Luckily, we have really good keepers. And here we have a transfer confirmed. 48 million to FC Bayern München. From FC Bayern München, Bastian Schweinsteiger. A very good German player. And we start up the match, just kind of waiting it out. And in the 26th minute, we got a really good opportunity. A really nice through ball from Kout. And he wants to get to Kramer, but he miserably... Oh man, that was miserable. That was terrible. I'm not sure how we could do that. But we lose a really stupid ball here in defense. And Van der Heijden, he kind of looking at it, but Botteguin fixes it and he almost gets it in. And Botteguin knows that he fucked up there. But it's all good, it's all good. So it's the 45-minute break. There wasn't really that much going on instead of the things I showed you. But apart from that, I think we can really take something here. We've just get it through the goal. I don't think the defense is that good, but their midfield is so controllable. And that is, as I said, my main issue with the legendary difficulty. To get through that midfield and get past the defense at that point. Usually they stretch out at the same rate, the midfield and the defense. So once you're past one, you kind of pass the other two. But we start off immediately attacking in the second half. We got this vision. Kout gets it on the side, puts it in front. Nope, just gives it back to Gongolo, gives it in front, and barely misses the header. Would have been very dangerous there in the first pole. But it shows good signs. There's something we can get here. And shortly after that, we got some space. Kramer finds the side, gets it to Basigoglu. But that's just wide. Wasn't good. So I go in there, change up some players that are tired, and I think the two midfielders are a good thing because they have those two defensive midfielders. I want to be superior with fitness in the middle, and they get the ball on. Yeah, it's not really dangerous. They get the ball in there a couple times, but it's not one more than that. And here we get Kout. Kout on the left side. He's through. He's through. Is he gonna shoot? No, he found the space to Kramer, and he gets it in. That is number one. 1-0, all we need to get to the final. $5 million on our doorstep, and Kramer does it again. Man of the match for sure. At least that is if we win it. But that is a very nice through pass. Kout stays really calm, gets it right between those two players. It actually hits the feet, but we do it. 1-0 against FC Basel. And I'm proud of the guys because this is a really good performance. FC Basel is a very hard team to beat. We are not Champions League ready yet. FC Basel, however, is, I think, contested for a second spot in every pool they are in. They have a very nice youth academy, as well do we. But they also have a lot of money because they win every season in Switzerland, the cup. But money doesn't buy everything, of course, although it does help in the overall picture. I also think it has to do with the fact that it's just harder to score in FIFA 16 because it's easier to defend, because the defenders are just way smarter, and you can see it in every game I play so far. But we immediately find more space on the right side, and Bilal goes for the sprint. Beautiful skill move from Bilal. Gets it in, and he doesn't just get it on the right foot. Let you look at that skill move again. That was beautiful. He really created some space over there, and it was 2 against 2 at that point, but he just couldn't finish. It was blocked. It was a bad shot. And there's something we can train on. His skill moves and his agility are very good. But we take this match. And I'm very proud of the guys that we take this match. Because this was really hard. FC Basel, as I said, not a bad team. And Vermeer is celebrating. The fans are here. They're happy for us. And we can go for the 5 million. I'm just wondering who we're playing against in the final. Kramer celebrating with the fans. Man of the match. 1 shot, 1 goal. That does show that we need to be a little bit more on the attacking side. But this is not some easy team. This is actually FC Basel. Now I do wonder what we'll be playing against in the final. It will be Rubin Kazan from Poland. I see the logo. I know it from FIFA 15. It's gonna be a very tight game. They are around the same level as we are. I will be ending it there, but in the next episode we will have a very important final to play, and after that our first Eredivisie game, so I'm very excited for it. I'll see you then.